Hello everyone, let us today understand the political implications of a split that has occurred in Trinamool Congress in West Bengal. A historic rebellion has rocked Trinamool Congress when 20 of its MPs broke ranks and questioned Mamata Banerjee's leadership. Why did this crisis explode? Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, who is also an MP belonging to Trinamool Congress, and in fact, more than that, he is the chief whip of Trinamool Congress. He rose in rebellion against Mamata Bannerjee and claimed that he has the support of 20 other MPs from the party and they would break away from Trinamool Congress. Now, this group has publicly aired their voices, stating that they would align with BJP-led National Democratic Alliance, which is a massive shift in their ideological inclinations. What is the breaking point per se in this rebellion? This was somewhere coming. The political leadership of Trinamool Congress had some inclinations that something of this sort could have happened. This was not an offbeat event. Trinamool Congress government had been facing severe governance crisis due to various corruption scandals or due to the security concerns, etc. So as soon as the elections were done, when the Trinamool Congress lost its political power to BJP in West Bengal, immediately dissenting voices started raising in West Bengal. That too in Trinamool Congress. They alleged that the government had been facing governance blind spots. As to what was being promised and what was being delivered to the people, there was a large vacuum between them. Electoral failures have somewhere emboldened these dissenters and they have openly started criticizing and questioning Mamata Banerjee's leadership. The first example of this dissent came from Trinamool Congress MP Sukhendu Shekhar Ray, who resigned recently from Rajya Sabha. Now, let us understand what are the legal implications of such a rebellion taking place in one of the most popular political parties in India. Here and where comes the 10th schedule of the Constitution. 10th schedule states that if 2/3 of MPs belonging to any political party defy their leadership or would want to break away from their parent or political party, they could do so constitutionally and create another political party. This is what happened in case of Shiv Sena in Maharashtra, where we see two Shiv Senas today. This is what happened in case of Nationalist Congress Party, again in Maharashtra, where we observe two NCPs today. So, are we heading to a situation where we would also see two factions of Trinamool Congress? This is something interesting that we would have to wait and watch. So here, 2/3 majority of the parliamentary party, which is 19 out of 22 TMC MPs, is required to legally recognized to be split. However, one concerning aspect here is rebel numbers are reported to be somewhere around 14 to 20, which means that if they are short of around 15, they could not be legally entitled to continue as MPs of Lok Sabha. You could see disqualification process being implemented upon these MPs. Here, so the 10th schedule states that 2/3 majority requirement, which is 19 out of 22 MPs, have to split from this political party formally to have no implications upon their career. So the current rebel count is somewhere between 14 to 20 MPs. So we are not too sure as to how many are actually backing this MP Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar. Very soon we would be able to understand what could be the implications. A high stakes diplomacy has began between the BJP-led NDA and the rebel MPs of Trinamool Congress. What is the evidence of this? Recently, all these rebel MPs, you could see them here, they all met at Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav's residence to ultimately communicate the decision of aligning with BJP in Lok Sabha. The presence of the incumbent Chief Minister of Bengal, Suvendu Adhikari, in this particular meeting has also raised a lot of eyebrows. The reasons as to why the BJP has taken such a greater interest in the split. This has also increased the perception that Mamata Banerjee was undeniably the most powerful leader of West Bengal, who now stands isolated in her own political party. So the future for Trinamool Congress, which was born in 1998, as well as for its most flamboyant leader, Mamata Banerjee, are uncertain. We are not too sure as to what could be the road ahead for Trinamool Congress. What could be the outcome of this rebel in Trinamool Congress? The rebels have formally submitted a letter to Speaker Om Birla requesting separate seating arrangements in the parliament. However, such a recognition from the Speaker of Lok Sabha has been pending, so it remains uncertain as to what the Speaker of Lok Sabha's decision could be. If the number of MPs fall short below 2/3 majority numbers, it could trigger disqualification measures upon those MPs. And in case disqualification happens, then re-elections or by-elections could be called in for those seats in West Bengal. So if disqualification is triggered, mass by-elections could reshape West Bengal's Lok Sabha representation. So because of the recent political episodes and the pattern that we have observed, a by-election would mean a higher probability for BJP to win these seats in Lok Sabha. What would happen to the future of West Bengal's politics? June 8th, 2026 shall be remembered as the beginning of the end of TMC's unchallenged domination. A political party which rebelled, which stood very firmly against the Communist Party of India's uncontested rule for decades together, today itself faces a horrible political fate. If indeed the 2/3 majority numbers are accepted and indeed a split happens, then it is guaranteed that the Trinamool Congress would be facing a high political contested future very soon. There could be a power shift, that is a massive realignment within TMC's parliamentary wing, which could weaken Mamata Banerjee's control over her own political party. The authority could be eroded when the political leadership is being questioned as of now. So the trust factor of the people in the political leadership may go down drastically. It could lead to a new landscape within West Bengal, where West Bengal's political future will be shaped by realignment, defection, and the rise of new power centers. So Mamata Banerjee's future hinges on the fact as to what could be the next steps which could be undertaken by these seemingly 20 MPs in West Bengal. This could be a massive blow for the West Bengal politics, as well as the India bloc that opposes NDA in the center. Let us wait and watch as to what could be the events that would unfold in the near future and how they would impact India's political spectrum.